Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel with a new video about World of Tanks. Today I am playing the E-50M. It's a tier 10 German medium tank. It's quite similar to its predecessor, the E-50, but overall I would say it's better. Both the E-50 and 50M share a common asset, which is the combination of an excellent top speed and a heavy weight. You can go up to full speed, more or less 60 km per hour, even more if you're going downhill, and then at full speed you just ram an opponent. Obviously you want to pick an opponent that doesn't have an insane weight as well, so avoid Maus, avoid Jagdpanzer E-100 and so on. But if you pick another medium or some light tanks, you can deal... my best was probably 800 points of damage, but maybe you can go higher. Well, seriously, it's impressive. However, this game will not be about ramming. I didn't have the occasion to do that once in this battle, and it's alright because the E-50M is not all about this. It has also a lot of other excellent qualities. You have a very good mobility, you have a decent alpha, you deal more or less 400 points of damage per shot, you have an extreme accuracy, you can hit a target at very long distance, and this is the difference between him and its predecessor. The Panther 2 was horrible, E-50 was, let's say, better than average, and this one is very, very accurate. If your RNG is as catastrophic as mine, you will still miss a few shots here and there, but most of the time you will just hit your targets. The penetration value of the gun is not exceptional, but it will get the job done. If you're facing a strong target, you'll just have to hit the weak spots, and that's alright since you have a very good accuracy. The DPM on this tank is not great. I mean, there are many other mediums that have a better DPM, however it's not catastrophic either. I mean, if you are not just facing another medium in a 1 versus 1, you'll be fine. So if you compare this tier 10 medium versus the other ones, your strength would be the accuracy, the ramming abilities of this tank, and also you have one of the best armors for a medium. The drawback would be probably one of the worst mobility. It's not bad, but the other mediums would be better than him. And you'll have, let's say, average DPM, and you also have just a regular view range. So today I am playing on South Coast, and the deployment of my team is actually surprisingly good. It's very frequent to have a lot of people in the town or on the beach, and these are not the places where you want to have most of your teams, because the fight can be much more brutal on the east part of the battlefield. Here I am taking a more central position that I call the pivot point, hence the name of the video. Indeed, it allows me to hit from the flank the enemies that would rush my allies, and also I can still have the possibility to hit those enemies in D8, C8, which are in a defensive position. So I have the possibility to multitask, let's say, depending on the situation. And this works wonders if you have some support, at least if you have some allies in the eastern part of the battlefield. There's a bad shot on my back, and I was aware of his presence, but I was pretty sure he could not go up this hill, and that surprised me, and it allows him to put a shot into me. The other tanks are not paying attention to me, so what I want is just to take down this bad shot. I don't know if he has 4 remaining shells or not, but it's too risky to leave a bad shot on the battlefield. And therefore I'm just following him in order to plant a shot into him. Normally I would tell you not to trade shot with any opponent, especially if you have a lower alpha than him. However, if it's to take down a bad shot, it's worth it, just because you don't want to have that kind of opponent roaming the battlefield. So trade shot is usually a bad idea, except in 2 situations. First is if you can take down a powerful opponent without taking too much damage, and the other one is when you have a much better alpha than the opponent, therefore when you can deal much more damage to him than him to you. Here I am having some issue with the RNG. It's also due to the fact that I have some really fast ammunition. I mean, the shells from the E-50M goes really fast, and therefore it affects how much you need to lead your opponent. So again here I'm targeting the heavy tank, and for some reason it deviated again, but this time it deviated in another enemy tank, which is good. Still, this T-110 E5 is my priority because he's targeting my platoon mate, and he has a tendency to die in my videos because he's either facing some tier 10 with only gold ammunition, or he doesn't have any support from his team, and that's a shame. So let's finish him first, and then we can proceed to the next target. We are winning by 2 tanks, but if you look at the minimap, the battle could go either way, just because the deployment is now a bit strange. On the west flank they have moved up, and therefore the central part of the battlefield is still at risk. That was my initial intention, was just to go either on the canyon or either on the town, just to assist my teammate in the tank destroyer. And then I saw on the minimap that there were 2 heavies on the right part of the battlefield, probably rushing my teammate, and I was asking him, do you need help, do you need help? And there was so many noise and people talking in the party chat that, well, he just used this command to tell me, hey, I need you. So here I come. E-75 frontally is hard to penetrate. I couldn't afford to stop and lose some more time, so I tried my luck, bounced, while it has really low chance of hitting. Anyway, now, with the 3 of us ganging up on him, he's just dead. Now the battle is almost won, well, not only because we are leading by 7 tanks, but also because all the remaining tanks are spotted and we all know where they are, so the team can easily organize in order to hunt them down. Never underestimate your opponents, even if you know where they are and even if you believe that you are going to win just because you have more tanks. Because if there are some very good players, they could surprise you, especially if you are on low health. And if you need to rely on your teammates in order to take them down, they could surprise you as well, like if they go just one by one, if they just die, you could lose a very frustrating game. Therefore, when you hunt someone, make sure you are in the vicinity of other tanks. Even if it will cost you a hit or a kill, it's better to just ensure that you are going to win. When it comes to capping, well, usually you can afford to kill them all if you're winning by a lot. However, sometimes the opponent can surprise you, either because you don't know where they are, maybe they are on full health and you are not. Also, sometimes they can be really close to your own cap, and therefore if you're trying to kill them, they could have the time to cap you. So there are a lot of dangerous situations. You have to analyze the minimap and remember where they were last spotted, and so on. If you have a doubt, just cap. But if you see that the opponents are just hunting for the remaining opponents and you know they can kill them, just don't cap. Or go out of the cap circle to let them kill the remaining opponents. And now I just used the classic bait strategy, so he has his turret pointed at me and not at my friend in the FVB 183, and he just got wrecked. So that's a victory. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.